Welcome back to the morning show on Tobago Updates Television, and thank you for staying with us. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning in with us. And in case you missed the introduction, we have a special guest host in studio this morning, and we're going to be having conversations, him and I, this morning. So you want to stay locked in as we have those conversations. We're here with Julien Skeete. Julien Skeete, of course, is one of the foundation hosts of the morning show on Tobago Updates Television, and so we're just going to have a little moment of reflection with Julien. You know, he's in a new position now, but we're here this morning and we're going to talk about his journey to where he is now, and you know, the time that he spent here on the morning show on Tobago Updates Television. So Julien, we're going to get on into it one time.
Good morning, good
Julien.
Morning. It feels different.
Yes, I know that way.
Sitting on this side, but I'm certain it's good practice. Should the opportunity come up.
That's right. Get your practice in
early. Area of responsibility.
That's right. Because you know, we might be having this kind of conversation with you just sitting on the other seat. You understand? But you know, we just want to talk a little bit about your time here. What are some of the most memorable moments you had working with Tobago Updates Television, whether it's in studio or events you might have covered on the outside, relationships you formed and stuff like that?
I think for me, and you know, I wanted to start off this morning by really extending a sincere thanks and appreciation to our viewers, our listeners, and the public far and wide. You know, for those who may be looking on and wondering and probably thinking that I was out on vacation. Not the case, you know, the circumstances as would have been mentioned. Just to be more specific, I would have taken up responsibilities and was appointed as a new administrator in the Tobago House of Assembly. I've been in the Tobago House of Assembly for just about 15 years plus of service, working in terms of developing and honing my skill sets and so on. And I would have had the opportunity and was successful at the process, and therefore I'm happy now to be taking on this new responsibility. As you'd realize, across the Assembly, there are several who are transitioning from their period of service and now taking up appointments in the Tobago House of Assembly, a change somewhat to what might have been the recent circumstances of acting administrators. So certainly I am thankful indeed for that blessing, and you know, I can describe it most aptly. You know, you turn to the scriptures in these times. Right. Psalm 75 to be particular, looking at the fact that indeed the favor that brings promotion comes from God.
That's right.
It comes from God, because if one were to ask me last week, last year, last month, you know, I probably may not have been able to envision what would have taken place at the beginning of May in terms of taking up this new responsibility. And particularly for me, I want to kind of juxtapose that against when I began here. Back in October of 21, and I hope I'm quoting the year right. You know, because it seems like so much time has gone. It was a similar kind of diving into a new experience. Being in that time, being approached, you know, the stalwarts and they behind the visionaries, Nana and the team behind you know, updates and really pushing to bring a new kind of paradigm to Tobago in terms of media. And really and truly, at the time, and I have to also take the opportunity to recognize when I started at the time with my very good colleague and friend up to today, Ria Richardson George. You know, when I started, I think that was one of the first questions that I asked Parks and the team: who am I going to be starting with for this opportunity? And it really was what I would describe as an interesting but certainly an excellent and rewarding start. And I'm pleased to indicate, having started at that time with Ria Richardson George, one of the things we used to say very early is, and in fact I found myself repeating it this morning, coming out on mornings to do this show, to engage, you know, it's really one of those passions and blessings coming from the Lord, because it didn't feel like work.
Right.
You honestly felt like you were coming to engage with the public, you were coming to connect with your viewers and listeners, and you were really just doing your part in helping to bring what was a new approach to media, and what is in fact a new approach to media in Tobago. And in fact, you thought you were just bringing it in Tobago.
That's right.
And very quickly, Tobago Updates and indeed continued blessings over the time would have skyrocketed and shot to the point of Tobago Updates set trends on a regional and international level, not even just local. And you got a clear signal of that when you began to see changes in other morning programs in Trinidad
That's
and
right.
Tobago. Classic birthday shout out started right here.
That's of course, yes.
Right here on Tobago Updates. Now, it's good to see that other elements of media being able to come on set on a formal morning program without a tie.
That's right. That's
It
right.
started right here.
That's
You know,
right.
changing the status quo. And really and truly, I am so grateful for the visionaries behind Tobago Updates that would have realized that there is room for that difference while still maintaining a high and exceptional quality. And one of the things you asked about, and I think my highs mainly having been here for that period. I think this year, just over 2 years, this year would make it 3 years since the operations of updates, would have certainly been those opportunities to be on the outside.
I know, we outside, we outside.
And those images most definitely are a reminder of that. Those opportunities to be able to be on the outside, it was kind of, you're looking forward. Wow, I haven't seen that photo in a while. You're looking forward to that memory and so on. Most certainly those were, exciting. And I think one other highlight for me, definitely, and I remember this interview in particular, man, with my goodly friend on the outside there coming out of Bishop's High School,
right, yes.
the minority leader. And, you would have had earlier photos also. Also, my good friend, similarly out of Bishop's High School, the Honorable Chief Secretary.
That's right.
In the mix. And, a number of these interviews and connections. But certainly the inspiration above all, after God, is most certainly the viewers and listeners.
Yes.
Because it was only weeks into this show when I began to, in the usual conduct of my daily business and work, recognize that so many were tuning in Tobago. And I went to meetings and business commitments in Trinidad, and then I recognized they're tuning in in Trinidad. And then when you in the international lounge and you have people coming in and so on, and you have them talking about you are the man that's supposed to share the life.
That's right.
It sent a good signal, because that's when you got the confirmation that it's not just happening here for Tobago, but the vision of the entity is going far and wide.
All right. That was a mouthful there. That was, your heart on your sleeve there, expressing your gratitude, of course, for being here, the love and the support that you've received. And we want to take a quick call this morning. There's somebody on the line. Who is on the line this morning to wish? There we are. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Sek.
Good morning to all our viewers. I trust that you guys are hearing me clearly.
Yes, loud and clear.
Yes. Good morning, Miss Lady Adanna. And I wonder if that's okay. Yes, Adanna the lady. Let me put it that way.
That's right. That's all right.
And Mr. Skeete. So Skeete, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, I just wanted to take the opportunity, of course, to greet and to salute and to say how excited and elated I am personally to see your elevation into this new position. I have observed your trajectory, quietly and so on, and I know that you play a significant role in the direction that we want to go as an island, and you are now afforded this opportunity from an administrative standpoint, and I know that the Tobago will be for the better because of this elevation. So it is my honor to wish you all of God's best and everything. I know you will do well. There's no question about that. You understand? I believe that you have all the tools and the skill set to excel, and we are just so excited, and we wish that everything that you, even that which you desire personally, for your own self in terms of your own personal development and so on, that those things will be realized. So blessings, my brother. power and
Thank you.
strength. You
Thank you,
understand?
thank you.
You know?
Thank you
Yeah,
very
man.
much
Yeah.
indeed.
And
And
keep on keeping on, man. Don't let
yeah,
nothing stop you. Keep on
most
keeping on.
most certainly, and I really do appreciate that, because for most of you who don't know, and let me also say to you, good sir, congratulations as you continue on that pathway of service. Most definitely to Tobago. For most of you who don't know, this is not just Pastor Baines to me. In fact, in my journey and in those years I mentioned, in terms of my work in youth and community service, I had the pleasure and the distinction of working with Secretary Baines, and some may not have even known, but certainly working and making that connection. And I really want to thank you, most obviously, for what you brought to the division in that period, in terms of you brought your own style, your own dynamics, in terms of how you wanted to move communities, youth, and sport here in Tobago. And most certainly, I know that you will continue to make that contribution. And of course, the pastor side always comes in with his motivation and encouragement when we're having those one-on-ones. We may be making hard decisions, but he will say, don't worry, God is going to assist you with it. You might have an idea how you're getting it done now, but he's going to guide us to be able to work it along. So I want to say thank you so much indeed, Pastor Terence Baines. Greatly
Yeah, man.
appreciated.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, Julien,
I now understand why, because I'm saying if I'm just doing an interview with Adanna, why do I need headsets?
no, you see, we got things under cover here, man. We got it under wraps. And
Yes, definitely.
I share with his sentiments as well. And I know that you are equipped with the tools. And you've been around, as you said, 15 years working in the service. And I've seen your work. I know your work. I know you personally. And I know your work. We worked together there at Education way back then. And even from then, you were very passionate and very committed to what you are doing. You always led. You're a good leader in terms of my observation of you, leading the youth department there within that division. And, always having a vision, always having an idea. And the fact that you can influence people to mobilize them into action, to go along with your ideas. And so I know, as he said, that you are well equipped based on your experience and based on the work that you've been doing. So I know that you will do well. And I want to segue into a little message coming in from one of our friends here from Tobago Updates Television. You spoke a little bit about your friendships that you formed.
Yes.
And so we're gonna have we have a little message for you from one of your very special friends.
Promotion comes from God. Julien, congratulations. I'm really happy for this new endeavor, really happy for you. And I'm continuing to pray that God is going to continue to bless you and have his way on your life. When we both started to work together at Tobago Updates, we were already friends. But Julien, over the period of time, we became more than friends. You are my older brother. You're just a few years younger than I, but I certainly respect you and certainly look up to you. Julien, there's never been a day that you've not stood by me. We've been through some very thick times, but Julien, you've stood by. And together we continue to grow. So I want to wish you all the best. God's speed, God's continued blessings upon you. You can do this. God is going to continue to make a way. So love and blessings to you, Julien.
Thank you so much. And Rhea Richardson, George, indeed, oh gosh, I don't know if I were,
I'm feeling the
if I were a
emotions.
crying person, no is when you will see those tears coming forward from me. And I'm so appreciative of that, because, when you start a journey together, you always hope that, it will happen in such a way that, oh my God, let it not start in a stressful and tense way. And starting indeed with the inspiration and encouragement from Rhea, and all the talks and chats that I put out to the entire family. Oswald George, good morning to you. And the entire team. It was really that kind of inspiration that led me to continue to say, no matter what, it didn't feel like work.
Yes.
It just felt like an opportunity. You are coming here in the morning, the levels of interaction, and as Rhea said, well beyond the show itself, we were able to form that kind of bond and friendship and relations. And I also want to salute and certainly to shout out persons in the mix that would have started off, also part of that journey. Cassie in the mix, Candice Jackson, my fellow birthday twin on the outside there. We both celebrate next week, Wednesday, the 22nd kind of May, a marvelous and miraculous May indeed, majestic May. Aliyah Holder and Dwayne starts off with the, those who started in terms of the lineup with Youth Wednesday. Friends and colleagues of Tobago Updates, Woods himself, and the entire team, all those, Lisel James, and each and every one of you that continue to be that exceptional support. Natalie, that I met in the mix connecting here, and the entire team, and Adanna, the names could go on and on.
Right.
And right up to sitting here with you,
Aww.
Adanna, today. And I really want to, extend my very best wishes indeed. And I want to say, if it's one thing I've had the privilege of, is certainly being able to work and to interact with good men and women over this entire period of my journey here. And it has certainly rekindled, refreshed, and in fact, people I have met that are new, that I know I will continue to interact with over the tenure, and people who I have known from before, most certainly that I will continue to engage with. I want to say thank you so much. It feels so good guest hosting here.
And of course, getting the same signals from the team behind the camera, the same signals.
Most certainly.
We have another message for you, Julien. We want you to listen to this other message.
Dear Julien Skeete, it's been my immense pride and joy watching you grow from being my prefect at Bishop's High School to being an inspiration for young people, to being a voice of reason in Tobago, to being my co-host at Tobago Updates, and of course, for being in such a crucial role for Tobago's future. I just want to tell you how proud I am of you, how privileged I feel to be a part of your life and to have known you for as long as I have known you. I also want to say that, I am proud to say that we're even from the same village. You really are an inspiration to many here in Tobago, and I wish you all the best of luck in this new role. I know you will do well. You were meant for greatness. And I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you and how much you are valued and loved. So for me, Candace Jackson, I just want to say good luck in this new role and God bless, as I know you will continue to do great.
Thank you so much. I feel it's like you'll have me talking and then I don't know this is who you're going to bring next. And people will think this is prepped and I'm planning all these names. Thank you so much indeed.
And the thing about it is that everybody's echoing the exact sentiments, knowing that you have the capacity to do the work, reminding you to rely on God. We heard Rhea talking about it. We heard Pastor Baines talking about it, yes. And also Candice. And so, we know that you are equipped with the skills to do this work. And I just want to take a moment to read a few messages from our viewers online, of course, this morning, coming from Pearl Murray Beard. Good morning, Mr. Skeete. Welcome. Sometime in the week, actually, when, she usually sends her good morning, and it's usually, good morning, Mr. Skeete. Good morning, Miss Combie. And one morning I read Miss Combie alone, and I felt so lonely. I said, oh gosh, Julien boy. But I'm so happy for where you are as well. We have a message here from Brenda Campbell saying, hi, Julien. We also have Julia Brown. Hey, Julien, it's nice to see you. You have been missed. Everyone just sending love to you. This is Cheryl Solomon saying, Adanna, you are bubbling with smiles this morning. Julien, congratulations. You are deserving of this position. Sharon Combie, that's my mom, saying congratulations to you, Julien. Julia Brown again, Mr. Skeete, I'm so happy for you on your new endeavor. God's grace. Thank you for the time you gave us on Tobago Updates. I wish you nothing but the best. Someone said, can someone please ask me why? Julia Brown again, can someone please ask me why am I crying? Everybody is just it's so happy to hear that you're crying, and the reason why we're not crying is because we're on air. But the emotions are running high, and we really are happy for you, Julien. We are proud of you. We are happy to have worked with you, and we can brag and say, oh, I know Julien. Just like those people you meet when you travel and go to meetings, when they reach out to you, we feel the same way. And from me personally, I want to say the very best to you. When I got the news informally, oh gosh, you could ask my mother. Ask Ronald, you can ask these people. I was just like, it was as if it was my own child or someone that has my blood running through their veins. I was so happy for you, primarily because I know the person that you are. I know that you are a no-nonsense person. As much as you love to have fun, your primary focus is on growth and development. And so I know where you are positioned, you will give your best. I know that you will, ensure that all the policies are upheld and that you will look for ways to even improve where you are, to bring new ideas and to, explore new ways of doing things to ensure that the position you hold is effective and impactful. So I just want to pray God's blessings upon your life. I wish you the very best. The time we spent here together, people don't even know the things that happen off camera, And so I just want to say thank you so much for sharing this space with me. Thank you so much, for being who you are. Continue to impact lives. Continue to be the very best version of yourself. Continue to give of yourself wherever you go, and just know that, God is with you. And as Pastor Bain said, and as Ria said, that he will guide you through it. And before we wrap, we have another message that you must listen to.
Congratulations to you, Julien. Congratulations. Good morning. Congratulations to you on your appointment to administrator, specifically right now in the division of tourism. And I know you love the culture, you're passionate about Tobago's tourism, and also to transportation, because I know many of times you've spoken about the connectivity between the islands. So I know God has appointed you in this position at this time. Tobago updates, we're going to miss you. We're going to miss you a lot, tremendously. You're one of the first hosts to jump on this project at Tobago Updates, and we are grateful for all your support. And it's been a very interesting 2.5 years, and we just all want to say congratulations again, best of luck, and
Thank you so much, indeed. And I always say that gentleman, Mr. Nana himself, William Nana, one of those that came forward with this grand vision, and certainly was able to convince. So it was a good thing.
That's right.
And definitely I want to say thank you so much for all the expressions of support, and thank you as well, William Nana, for also believing in me and trusting that I would have been able certainly to make that contribution to what we're able to enjoy for today here at Tobago Updates. Thank you for that trust in me.
Of course, and thank you, Julien, for sparing. I know you're very busy in the position that you hold now, and thank you so much for joining us this morning and for co-hosting with me one more time. I feel very honored for that. And of course, I want you to take this segment out and hand over to the sports segment.
Yes, and I just want to just very quickly before I take it out, and it's one of the viewers just mentioned, his mom's blessings is on him. And folks, for those of you who don't know, most certainly, I just want to, after God, express that appreciation and thanks. My family in the mix looking on this morning, Laverne, Lavienne, love you all so much, and thank you. That's my immediate family circle, and by extension, my dad. My mom is no longer here; she has passed on. But just as the viewer said, I am convinced she lived her life in a particular way that she always said the good work that she has done, her blessings will indeed continue to fall, and it's a reminder for our parents. My dad that's looking on this morning, my grandmother, each and every one of you outside, all the family members in the mix there, the in-laws, everybody, I want to say thank you so much. I also want to express my sincere appreciation and thanks even to those of you on the outside there, the division that I'm now working along with, the staff at the Division of Tourism, Secretary Boris, the entire team, and the staff and so on. Thank you so much for the love and support and the encouragement, and in fact all of you throughout the Tobago House of Assembly, those of you far and wide in the mix, those in Tobago, in Trinidad, the region and the world at large that have reached out to me, friends and family, and even some who just met me here on Tobago Updates, to extend congratulations and best wishes. I want to say thank you so much to each and every one of you, even my friends in the media fraternity, Elizabeth Williams on the mix outside there, Kyron outside there, Kyron Reed, to each and every one of you, Carissa Douglas, all of you in the media circle, I want to say thank you. The Credit Union Movement, Cooperative Credit Union League, very own Mount Pleasant Credit Union, Tobago Regional Chapter, and the list really goes on, but I really want to just pause this morning to say thank you you so much to each and every one of you. Even if I have not yet cleared that 300 plus messages, I am following and I am going through most certainly, and I want to say thank you so much to each and every one of you. And my one request as I continue to encourage and to admonish all, as we do good and we are able to move forward, let's not forget God in everything. And that message was clear along the way as we continue to strive to make a difference. And I will commit to make every effort I can to make that difference as I continue to go forward. And if anything at all that you can do for me, remember me in your prayers, most certainly. And once again, I want to say thank you very much. And of course, for being here this morning. Thank you, Tobago Updates, for giving me this opportunity to guest host. And I will close in the same vein as it, as it relates to, just as my parents would have taught me, that gentle reminder of Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. At this point, viewers, we want to thank you so much for the continued love and support as we head on over to our sports segment. Let's make sure Marcus gets in his full time this morning. Good morning to you. So remember, viewers, as we head on out, who knows, you may see me guest hosting sometime again in the future. But as we head on out, we want to remind you that this is your opportunity to share the life, share the life, share the life.